do a couple of jobs.
Marty started farming mussels here in 2001, and he now exports all over Europe. But he supplies the local market too. It was his produce I was cooking at the Mussel Festival.
No, my moment of triumph.
Okay, come on Marty.
Ready for action?
I am totally ready for action. Marty's out here in all weathers, hauling up ropes of mussels that have taken 18 months to mature. But ever the marine biologist, I'm more interested in the things that grow alongside them.
Amazing, the encrusting life on these ropes. We've got sea skirts, we've got anemones, more mussels, the barnacles. That's hard. That's very, very hard. Shoulders, forearms. Each one of these ropes is about 65 kilograms. It's the equivalent of a small man hanging on these lines. Marty, for 10 hours a day, has to grab the end of the line, drag it over to here, and then up and then shred it. Line after line, hour after hour after hour. If I did this for 10 hours, I'd be in hospital. But I think this form of farming is wonderful because surely you're providing settlement areas for lots of larval marine life. You're just making the most of an entirely natural process, and it seems very sustainable. So, yeah. Not sustainable for me, I hate to describe. I'd last about a day. It's an extraordinary little animal, this. One of the predators of the mussel is the dog whelk. And when it moves into a colony of mussels, it tries to drill a hole and basically eat the mussel through the shell. And the mussel will throw out these byssal threads and try and pin it down. So if you look at a colony of mussels, which you find on any rocky shore pretty much around the UK, you'll see little dog whelks caught like Gulliver, lassoed, and dying basically because they starve to death because they can't move. The other great thing about these guys is they sit still, they're only in one place, and they filter water. That's how they get their food. But what that means is if there's chemicals in that water, they produce enzymes in response to the chemicals. So if you take one of these and crush it and analyse it, you can actually see what chemicals are in the water that it's filtering. Here in Killary Fjord, pollution isn't an issue. So I'm desperate to dive and see how much marine life the waters sustain. And Marty has a job for me.
Well, I'd like to check maybe the mooring blocks on the end of these lines, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
He's about to book a crane to move his mooring blocks, and he needs to know how badly silted up they've become.
What a lovely man. And the great thing is that he's sitting in Killary Fjord now. A lot of dolphins backwards and forwards in this fjord. And when I give him a call about the state of his moorings, I'm going to say, tell me any time any dolphins appear, and I can get straight down here. And I think it's kind of the way it works, isn't it? You know, you do a favour for someone and they help you back.
Marty's mussels grow in about 40 feet of water. The top few feet are thick with plankton blooms that reduce visibility to almost nil. But below that, the water clears, and it's a simple dive to the end of the mooring lines.
This is the block, which as you can see is almost completely buried. But the interesting thing about this is if you look around me at the seabed, you can see there's very little life on it. But by putting down these ropes and these blocks, Marty's creating a fantastic substrate for things to settle on. If you look at the extraordinary level of colonisation on this road, you can see these waters are very rich indeed. Look at these sea squares, absolutely beautiful. With anemones, starfish, and of course, mussels. So in effect, you've got a vertical reef being created here. You can see these guys are feeding, they're filtering. And that's why they're so effective as little chemical monitors, eternally sampling the water.
My return to the surface takes me back through that thick layer of plankton. It's what basking sharks eat, and is a vital part of the food chain.
This is the stuff
basking sharks can grow to 30 feet long and weigh the same as 4 African elephants. Despite their size, they're incredibly difficult to find. But if the plankton blooms are here, they won't be far behind. I volunteered to tag them as part of Simon's research. So once I've put away a well-earned bowl of Killery's finest, it's back to Roundstone to be there when they first surface in my bay.
You always travel more in hope than expectation when you come out to look for animals like this. There's a lot of ocean out there. We are looking for a giant, but there's a heck of a lot of sea. And you need to have the right conditions, lots of plankton, bit of sunlight, and I've just got to come across one in the vicinity of the boat.
The baskers are making me wait. Maybe it's still too early for them. But if you're prepared to put in the time on the water, it's almost never wasted.
Hey, hey, hey. Coming straight for loads of dolphins. Woo! Look at that, and there. Oh, fantastic. How many got? 1, 2, impossible to count those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is the numbers that the fishermen say they see here. So, you know, this could be, who knows, a resident pond. And these are the dolphins. It's only the 3rd time I've been out, and twice I've seen dolphins. And that would be very exciting to know that these guys are spending a lot of their time in this particular stretch of coastline, in this very small area. And these are the dolphins I need to get to know over the next 6 months. Because if we can prove that they're here and not really anywhere else, that they stay in one place, then it means we've got a good argument for trying to get this area protected. And also finding all about this population as well, how many animals there are, do they have young? Hey, look at that! Oh, got him perfectly. Go on, have a little chump. Go on. Oh, that'd be a good shot. He's right in the middle of my lens, jumping out of the water. Shot of the day. I took a whole bunch of very bad photographs there, and how much ID value we can get out of them, I'm not too sure. There were maybe 3 or 4 photos there where you could really clearly see the fin, and I'll send those off to Simon straight away. And slowly the record builds over the summer, and slowly the story will begin to be told about these animals.
Next time, Martin shows me where to drop my creels for some of the best seafood in Europe. And the wildlife bites back. First, the orphaned otter that smells dog on my trousers. Then, trying to photograph an ocean giant. The sharks arrive in record numbers.
That was moderately close.
Something